Funny thing about the chair, for most of human history, it wasn't your basic place to park yourself. It was a power move. Kings got chairs, everyone else got benches, stools, chests, or the floor. So how did this bossy little piece of furniture become ordinary? Around 1450 BCE in Egypt, this wasn't a pharaoh's throne. It belonged to Reneseneb, a scribe. The frame is wood, covered with ebony and ivory veneer, so a chair like this was already fine carpentry, not casual seating. On the back panel, Reneseneb is shown sitting on the same kind of chair, a neat little status loop. That matters because most people still use stools, benches, or mats. A real chair was special enough to bury with you. And in Tutankhamun's tomb, that idea goes full royal. His throne stands about a meter high, sheathed in gold, silver, glass, faience, and semi-precious inlay. This isn't just somewhere to sit. It's power turned into furniture. A child's chair was buried there too, showing Egyptian makers built more than ceremony pieces. And because Egypt stayed so dry, these seats survived, giving us rare hard evidence of early chair design. From Egypt's preserved seats, jump to Greece, around 450 BCE, and suddenly the chair looks startlingly current. The klizmos trades stiff, boxy forms for a curved back and legs that splay out, then taper down. It feels built for a human body, not just for status. Most homes still use stools and plain seats, but this silhouette stuck, and designers kept reviving it for centuries. That old X shape lands in Rome as the curule chair. A coin struck in 54 BCE shows it clearly. Folding legs, crossed frame, no mistaking the badge of office. This was not an ordinary seat. Magistrates with imperium had the right to sit here, so authority came with furniture. Most Romans still used stools and benches, which made this chair stand out even more. You could read rank from the seat alone. By 547 in Ravenna, that idea is still alive, just baptized. Archbishop Maximian's throne is carved from ivory, covered in Christian scenes, and built to command a room. Most people are still on benches, chests, or stools, but this backed ceremonial chair keeps doing one job: announcing hierarchy. The medieval chair begins here, not as everyday furniture, but as an expensive way to say, this person is in charge. By 1066, you can see the rulebook in thread. The Bayeux tapestry shows rulers planted on formal seats, while everyone lower down is standing or perched on simpler furniture. Edward the Confessor gets the full throne with a backrest, and that image says everything. Medieval Europe had plenty of furniture, but the proper chair was still unevenly distributed. Put one person in the right seat, and you barely need a caption. That's power. And by 1107 at Farfa, an abbot gets a real chair we can still point to. Desiderius's survives with a firm date, which is rare enough to feel loud. It's a solid wooden high-status seat, less everyday furniture, more remembered object. That's the tell. Backed chairs are still special. Most people are still parking themselves on benches, stools, or chests, doing double duty as seats. Most people are still on benches and stools, while the English crown commissions one giant chair. Between 1297 and 1300, Edward I has the coronation chair built at Westminster to hold the Stone of Scone. It stands about 2.05 meters tall. Less household furniture, more royal stage prop. And it wasn't plain oak either. Originally gilded, painted with birds, foliage, and animals, with bits of the glass catching the light. By 1489, that glittering church seat gives way to something more domestic. The scabello. It starts with a stool, then shoots upward into a carved wooden back, built to stand against a wall until someone pulled it forward. In Florence, right as Palazzo Strozzi begins, one famous scabello appears. This is the shift. Not a throne, not an altar seat, but a wealthy house using a chair to show family taste. And by 1508, the chair steps fully indoors. In Durer's St. Jerome engraving, a high-backed chair sits right in the scholar's study, next to work, books, and private life. That tiny picture, change matters. The chair isn't stuck in court ritual or church ceremony anymore. It's one seat among benches, stools, and chests. Not a sudden takeover, just a quiet spread, room by room, status first, comfort later. By the late Middle Ages, the chair still wasn't fully democratic, but it was heading there. What started as a throne with delusions of grandeur was slowly turning into plain household furniture, one backrest at a time.